Good morning. This is Jay Spruill, movies, music, sports, and life. Um, I'm gonna try to make this video not super long because I do got to get ready to go to work. Let this be a lesson to all you younger YouTubers. Be careful about what you have playing in the background when you record your videos. I took the stupid attempt to have Atlanta season 3, episode 9 playing in the background on the TV with the volume down, and YouTube would not, they didn't give me a copyright strike, but it just wouldn't process the video. Like, it was taking like hours to process. So just a little note to the wise, don't show. But then again, I don't even understand that because some people use clips and they don't get. Okay, at any rate, man, the one-off anthology episodes are terrible, dog. Outside of the very first one with Laquarius and the lesson that his mom taught him, and the social workers, and the tragic story. All of the ones since then to me just aren't good, man. And they just seem like they're getting worse because the one about the reparations, I could kind of see where they were going. Um, y'all know I absolutely hated, the one Trinity to the Bone. And this one just continues the trend of Atlanta used to be like smart comedy. Like, this is not that smart. Um, y'all got me saying I pride myself when not saying Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. As you know, I'm not a big fan, but his acting was just okay. He didn't embarrass himself, but he didn't really bring a lot to the table to make you say, "Oh wow, like he's a great actor." I am noticing again a trend with Atlanta this season that didn't used to be so much the thing. Almost everything they do is the recreation of a viral event. And now in my mind, that doesn't feel like a very creative or inventive show. But I happen to know from experience when Kevin Samuel said he was going to pay everybody's tuition, that happened in 2019 in Atlanta, Morehouse College, because a friend of mine, she had just put her son through college at Morehouse, and she was in the audience, and she almost fainted when the guy said he was going to pay everybody's student debt off. And then he actually did it. It was a millionaire. He was the guest speaker or the keynote speaker at Morehouse that afternoon. And that's basically what Kevin Samuels did. So when he leaned in and whispered, but only for the black students, what normally would have been, I guess, a funny Atlanta type of moment, that wasn't that funny because you in a high school with black and white students, but the guy who did it in real life, he did it at a black college. So it kind of loses its of funniness, I guess. The young man who was the main character, turns out he is mixed with black and white. And isn't that amazing? I do not think if they didn't film it like the Twilight Zone in black and white, I don't think that we really would have got the feel that he could pass for Caucasian. But with the black and white touch that they used, I got my big KRS-One African American nose, despite being high yellow. That was the only thing, and even his black stepdad pointed that out, is, hey, you got your nose from somebody. Because that's the only thing that if you really look at him, you could say, okay, he could be black. But other than that, especially the texture of his hair, he could really pass in that environment. And he was willingly using it, which was real confusing when he used the NIGG with the hard R when he got mad because he was losing on the flamethrower game. I was like, hold on, did he just say what I thought he said? And he said it was some aggression too. Use the stereotype, go find where your daddy is. Then he did the monkey noises, the orangutan chimpanzee. I was almost ready to check out. Like, okay, I'm gonna just head out, you know. But I just tried to stay with it. So he basically was in an identity crisis. There was an old movie from 1986 called Soul Man, where a affluent, rich suburban white kid took some pills to make his skin dark and put on some cheap looking afro wig to get a scholarship so he could go to school, simply because his rich dad said, I'm not paying for you to go to school. And that's where I thought they were going to go when he was with his white friends and they were complaining that we get all the scholarships. So they didn't go there. Um, the part where the tribunal was, it was like Black Jeopardy. They had all these black stereotypes, make a beat on the table with a pencil. How long does it take to cook fried chicken? Just a whole bunch of stereotypical stuff. And I saw, some reviews where people said that was funny. It's like, dude, it's lazy writing. This isn't the Atlanta that I know. It was lazy writing. And when he didn't get the scholarship, eventually he decided he was gonna burn the school down. And he got his flamethrower, and it happened to be a Nigerian cat who got rejected too. And he was gonna do it together. Well, at first I thought they were gonna do it together, but this main character is so selfish. He basically felt like, no, I'm the only one that's gonna burn this place down, and they end up in a rivalry. Now, what was interesting is although Stonewall Jackson is not a real school in Atlanta, they definitely let you know that the reality, wherever they were back in Atlanta, because the news was talking about a kid getting shot coming out of Lenox Square Mall. And he said, see, I told you to stop hanging with your friends from DeKalb County. Um, it seems like almost every black person in in the United States has at least lived in Atlanta, out of exploration about wanting to see what was so great about it here, that they've at least tried to live out here. So ironically, the Easter egg within that is that Donald Glover is from DeKalb County. He's from an area called Stone Mountain. And Stone Mountain has a famous mountain that has the Confederate leaders carved into it. Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson is one of them. So his dad said, I told you to stop hanging with your friends from DeKalb County, because DeKalb County, unfortunately, has a gang problem now, and it's seen an increase in violence that's almost surpassing Fulton County, which is real Atlanta. Fulton County is where Shawty Low, rest in peace, T.I., Yin Yang Twins, all of them are from. This episode was just not that good, and I'm just so glad that next week we going back to Europe and we got the original cast, because the original cast episodes are by far, outweighing these one-offs. They are just not that entertaining, and everybody keeps saying that these episodes are so deep. And I just feel like you really wasn't with us for Atlanta season 1 and season 2 if you think these one-off episodes are deep, because compared to the things that were being said in season 1 and season 2, these episodes are not it. And that's all I got. I got to get ready for work. Peace.